Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first official day of Soup Club.
So Soup Club is where we get the soup at lunch and we talk about it. My opinion was that I enjoyed the broth. It was too thin. I didn't get enough of it.
The spice is actually healthy because we're all sweet today. That's no more conjecture. That's why.
I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. 3
5
spoons.
I'll give this a solid 3.75. 3 spoons.
Soup Troupe is really inclusive, and Soup Troupe is a place where everybody can just come and talk about soup when it's good and also complain about soup when it's bad, because we all deserve a good bowl of soup in our lives.
Danny and Soup Troupe. I'm Danny.
And I'm Danny. 1, 2, 3.
We're here for you.
It's gonna be really hot.
Thank you, Soup Troupe.
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 My name is Danny.
And I'm Danny, and welcome to Soup Troupe Online.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi!
Hi.
What's up? Hello.
Hi.
Hi! Oh, guys, I'm so excited to be on Soup Troupe.
Hello!
Hey.
Hey.
It's me.
Hi! Hey!
Yeah.
Hi, guys! Hi!
It's me.
Hi!
Happy Soup Year!
Hi!
Hi!
Hi, everybody. My name is Danny.
I'm Danny, and welcome to Soup Troupe
Online.
Online.
We are so excited for our 30th episode, you guys. Who would have believed it? Not I. Danny, how do you feel about 30 episodes of Soup Troupe Online?
I am in shock, first and foremost. I can't believe we have done 30, that's a big number. In my brain, 30 is like a lot. That's the amount of days in a month. Like, whoa, that's a lot of episodes. And we've been so grateful to have interviewed so many incredible guests, and talking about soup for 30 episodes is such an honor. And I am so happy to be sharing this with my lovely best friend, Danny Feldman.
That is such an honor. You are my best friend, of course. For those of you who are out there saying, what is Soup Troupe? What am I watching? Well, I'll tell you. So we started at Frenchwood's Festival for the Performing Arts, which is an upstate sleepaway camp in Hancock, New York. And there were all sorts of troupes on campus, but there was no troupe that really, brought home the soups that were presented on campus every day and what soup means to us. And so we decided to make, a support group and a safe space to talk about soups in such a dynamic way: taste, texture, viscosity, presentation, all of the categories. And with the Frenchwoods Online and the coronavirus pandemic, we decided to bring our platform online. And we are so excited to broadcast to you guys all over the world. We've had so many fun viewers, so many fun guests, and I just can't believe we're on 30 episodes.
I know. Well, I want to wish everybody out there a happy Easter for those of you celebrating. And Danny, I want to ask you, when you think of Easter, are there any soups that come to mind?
So I knew you were going to ask that question because today is Easter. But I'm Jewish, and so I don't know much about Easter. I had one soup in mind, but I figured that is definitely wrong, so I wasn't going to say it. So I'm just going to say that Easter, as well as Christmas, really are traditions for my family as well. Those are days that we go to the movies, we have Chinese food. And so I'm thinking, a nice wonton soup reminds me of the Catholic holidays. As crazy as that is. Tinny, what are you thinking this Easter for soup?
See, I also knew I was going to ask this question, but I didn't think ahead very much. But when I think of Easter, I think of like spring and good vibes and kind of fresher soups. So, I would maybe think of like a classic tomato basil soup, just a classic soup that is kind of on the fresher side, and kind of like welcomes in the spring season, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have to introduce our first guest of the episode today. Of course, it's the one and only Olivia Dei Cicchi. She has been seen on SNL as a backup singer for Lorde. She has been seen on the U.S. national tour of Les Mis. She's just so awesome. We've had so many guests on this show, and I don't think I've fangirled as hard as when I found out Olivia Dei Cicchi was coming on this show. So please give it up for Olivia.
Hi, guys. Happy souping.
Happy souping.
Happy Easter, too.
Olivia, we are so happy to have you on the show. Welcome to Soup Troupe.
I'm so honored to be here. As a very passionate soup lover, I don't think that there's anything more fitting for me to be doing.
I love that. So, Olivia, the first question we like to ask all of our guests is, what is your favorite soup memory?
Oh, okay. I think my favorite soup memory is when my boyfriend made me soup like from scratch. I've never had soup from scratch before. My bubby used to make really good, like the best, but it was out of the package. So I think just like tasting for the first time, my boyfriend's a really great chef. So, and it was like all these different flavors. He's Peruvian and I'm not. So I'd never really experienced these flavors before. So that's a good soup memory. I also have can I share a bad soup memory?
Yes, of course.
Okay. You said tomato bisque, and it immediately threw me back to my childhood, and I'm staring at the wall that is adjacent to this story. I'm not sure if you know where this is going, but when I was little, I had tomato soup, and it was the last time that I had tomato soup because I ended up projectiling it all over this wall. And every time now, it looks delicious. It smells delicious. Like whenever I see tomato bisque, but I just can't. It's that food for me. Like everyone has that one food they had a bad experience with. So, but still, I'm not against it. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Well, we are here for you.
Thank you.
But we do have to ask. So you toured the country with Les Mis. So we have to know, what is it like going to all those cities with such an iconic piece of theater? Number one. And number two, were there any soups on the road in specific cities that really stood out to you?
Oh my gosh. Soup. Well, I'll tell you what, soup is a big hit on tour. As a singer, like everyone loves a nice warm cup of soup, even if it's from like Panera or something, you know, you just want, it's quick, it's light on the stomach, it keeps your vocal cords lubricated and warm. Touring, side note, I mean, touring was just incredible. Tasting, even if it wasn't soup, all the different things like around the country, it was really a dream come true to do that show. It's been one of my favorite shows since I was little. I listened to it every day on the bus when I went to school. I indeed auditioned for it at Frenchwoods and was heartbroken when I did not get cast in it. I was really hoping it was going to be my first Ron show. I remember praying at night during the school year, please let me get into a Ron show. It didn't happen for me that summer, but I got to do it on tour, so that's fine. Yeah, but I don't remember any like particular soups. Maybe a good split pea I had in California. That was pretty delicious.
That
Yeah.
sounds lovely.
Yeah.
So, as someone who is the understudy for Cosette on the national tour, Cosette and Marius, they both have a heart full of love. So we want to ask, if you could have a heart full of soup, what soup would you want to fill your heart with?
It would probably be matzo ball soup. And I was hoping, Danny, that you were going to say like, oh, matzo ball soup reminds you of this holiday. Because that's what I think about, because I'm in Florida, and so naturally I'm half Jewish. All my Jewish relatives live here. So for every holiday, even if it's a Catholic holiday, we go to my Jewish family's house, and it's always Jewish food. So I have matzo ball soup. I'm really hoping, I'm going to my uncle's after this. I'm really hoping there's some there. I'll send you guys pictures, of course, if there
Thank
is.
you.
But yeah, definitely a good, like firm, meaty matzo ball. There's nothing beats it.
Yeah. So we need to know. So you're on tour, you're doing Les Mis, and Victor Hugo decides, you know what? He decides. Jean Valjean does not get caught stealing a loaf of bread. Rather, he gets caught stealing a bread bowl filled with soup. In your professional Les Mis opinion, what soup does Victor Hugo imagine will feed the Valjean family? That is the catalyst for Les Mis.
I can say with full confidence that this question has never once crossed my mind. But like maybe like a potato soup. We would like peel potatoes on the barricade. So I guess probably that's pretty affordable back in that time in France. We got a surplus of potatoes. Like I would say, yeah, like a creamy potato soup with leeks and like maybe some carrots. Yeah, like that. That's
a great answer.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate.
All right. Well, it is that time of the day in which we have to start our question and answer session. If you have questions for Olivia Dei Cicchi, leave them down in the comments below, and we will try to get to as many as we can. This first one comes from Alec Brown, who says, "What do you think Ron's fave soup is?" I know the answer.
I know.
I guess I would think like an egg noodle soup. I don't know why. Like with like beef in it. Maybe. Am I right?
Is it, Danny? You said that you know. What is it?
Ron's favorite, as many is a good mushroom and brie soup.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true, Danny.
Yes, it is.
How do you know that?
I don't like.
Really?
I don't like mushrooms and I don't like brie.
Wow, it's a Frenchwoods fan favorite.
It is.
I can't say I've ever had that one.
It's on the day. Well, they switched the day. Oh God, it's been so long. Is it the day with the pizza and the mozzarella sticks, Danny?
I think so. Well,
Yeah,
sometimes there's mushroom barley on that day. See, it depends. It depends. But I don't think that's true. Where did you get that knowledge that that's Ron's favorite soup?
When we filmed,
No, you're a liar. You are a liar. That was Isaac. That was Isaac's favorite soup.
No, Isaac liked to put egg matzo in it. So Olivia, we used to do troupe night performances at Frenchwoods, and we used to make videos before we were deemed by Lee Casper to do live performances. And one of our videos was, "What would you do for a mushroom brie?" And we would ask people, and when we were filming, Ron answered. He said it was his favorite soup.
Fine. I'm gonna let Danny have this one. I'm gonna fact check him later and let everyone know that he's a liar.
Well, Danny W., what do you think is his favorite soup then?
I would probably think that Ron likes a good matzo ball soup.
I think that there's enough room in that man's heart for more than one soup.
I agree. I would agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I can get behind that.
This next question comes from Kendall Julia, who says, "Oh no, you have to do laundry ASAP and run out of detergent. You have no choice but to choose a soup to replace your laundry detergent with. What soup are you cleaning your clothes with?"
You're so creative. Oh my God. Like a broth. A broth. Anything that has like the least ingredients in it. I'm gonna go with like a vegetable stock. Does that qualify as a soup?
Yeah, like a nice brodo broth.
Yeah. It's probably not gonna stain or smell too much. Yeah, I would go with that.
Absolutely. All right, we have time for one more question, and it comes from Matias de la Flor, who says, "What projects are coming up?" Okay.
Just so everyone knows, that's my boyfriend. Hi. I'm working on a series right now. Actually, I'm writing my first series. I'm very new to that. I don't want to say what it's about or what it's called because it's in the baby phases, and we're hoping to film it this summer. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm hoping that it comes to fruition the way that I'm imagining it. And yeah, and also writing some new music. So maybe releasing an EP pretty soon.
That's awesome.
Well, we will be posting that information on the Soup Troop Instagram as soon as it becomes public, so don't you worry out there.
Oh, thanks.
We will know. I did say we only had time for one more question, but some really good ones came in, and I can't help myself. So,
Go ahead. I want to hear these.
so Justin Parrish asks, a bird has pooped all over your new greenhouse. You must clean it for your plant-loving guests. You're specifically them, no other guests. You only have soup. What soup do you use to clean the poop off of the greenhouse?
I have to reread that question. A bird has pooped all over your new greenhouse. You must clean it for your plant-loving guests. So, like, I'm cleaning poop off of the greenhouse?
Yes, with soup, apparently.
So is it like on my plants or on like the roof?
I pictured it in my head as the roof.
Okay.
Yeah, because then I guess it doesn't really matter. Something acidic, because that would definitely get the stain out. Like a lime and I need to call a friend. A lot like something with lime in it, or like citrus or something. Again, a brothy soup, probably.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This one comes again from Alec Brown, who asks, as a musical theater performer, what musical would drastically benefit from the soup medley number?
I think Les Mis.
Mm.
I think so, because we've got so many songs about being impoverished and like these downtrodden, hungry people, and they're always like bread and well, it's not bread, it's bread, but you know, I think probably they could benefit from singing a song about soup. It's simple. They're not asking for too much. Either that or Oliver, but I think Oliver already kind of covers that ground.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This next one comes from Ellie Perlman, who says, you're watching your favorite movie, Waterworld by Universal Pictures. Is that your favorite movie?
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I thought she did something like
that. Was a great assumption, Ellie. You really like put it out there in the universe.
Now I feel like I need to watch it.
It's your favorite, and you've noticed there's been an edit in the post. All of the water is soup. What soup now encompasses the world in Waterworld? Good question.
Lentil soup.
Okay.
Like a thick lentil soup, because I don't think that you can ever get enough of that. I'd probably go to the beach way more often if the ocean was lentil soup.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Sure.
So we do only have time for two more, but they come from, the first one is Skylar Sherman, who says, what was your favorite show you did at Frenchwoods?
Sweeney Todd, by far. That was my dream. I remember a couple years before I did Sweeney Todd, I was like walking up to the dining hall with, I don't know if anyone here knows Patrick Falcon. I don't even really know Patrick Falcon, but like he had played Sweeney Todd the time before me. And I was like 13. I was like, my dream role is Mrs. Lovett. And he was like, you're a bit young for that, love. And I was like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then I'm not joking. I spent the entire year preparing for that role. Like I was like, if I don't get this, I'm going home. I'm over. It's done. My career is ruined. And then I got it, and I've never been more nervous for anything in my life. But it was the best experience I've ever had. And I really hope that when I'm old enough, I get to play her professionally, because that is one heck of a show, man.
I remember being like 12, either 11 or 12, and I was sitting front row watching you and Sweeney Todd, and I remember I got one of the pies, and I was so scared to eat it because I was like, oh my god, guys, like it's people pies, it's Sweeney Todd, this is crazy. And then I ate it, and it was like a strawberry Pop-Tart.
Yeah, it was like cherry something,
and it was delicious, and I was like, yeah, it's not people, don't worry, not that I'm
I forgot they did that. I forgot they handed those out.
See, I remember is Noah like jumping right over me, like into the. Do you remember there was like a landing? If I'm not. Yeah. I was like 11, and I was like, that was what I remember.
It was awesome. We did so many cool things with that show. It was like sometimes I look back and I'm like, I can't believe we did that in 3-4 weeks. I'm not even sure what it was, but like it was such a huge responsibility for everyone, and the ensemble did such a good job. The ensemble was like kick butt in that show. Really, really good.
Yeah. Well, we have time for one more question, and it comes from Anna Spenley, who says, you're standing on a roof all alone at night. You see liquid trickling down by the wires that are broken. The potential for electric shock is large. what soup do you think would produce the largest shock? I have some questions about that question.
I'm gonna go with like clam chowder. I'm not sure. I feel like that's thick, and it would probably like really get into the wiring.
Yeah.
And I already don't like clam chowder, so I wouldn't hold any more of a negative annotation or feeling toward it. You know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, that is all the time we have left for our Q&A section. So, Olivia, thank you so much for joining us today. It is such an honor to have such a wonderful Frenchwoods alum come and join us. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, guys. This was so fun, and now I really want soup.
Well, we hope you get that matzo ball soup today.
I'm really praying for it.
Well, everyone at home, please join us in wishing Olivia a 1, 2, 3. We're here for you.
I have to ask. I don't know what that means.
Emotionally,
we're here for you, and whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Guys, I'm gonna cry. Can you help me prepare this like 3-course meal I'm making for my family? And I could use some emotional support on that.
Oh, absolutely.
We're sending so many good vibes.
All the vibes.
Thank you. I'm about to be elbow deep in a chicken, so thank you.
Well, good luck. Thank you for talking soup with us today. And good luck with everything in the future with your series and your EP. We can't wait to see all the wonderful things that you create.
Thanks so much, guys. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. That was Olivia Dei Cicchi. You simply must follow her on the Instagram at Olivia_the_Cheech. So we are so happy to have had her, but we now must move on to our next guest, another Frenchwoods alum. What an episode. Of course, we are talking about Tucker. Tucker now is a singer-songwriter. He has been on SNL. He's been on the Today Show. He's done so much more. His new song, Knockout, his new single, is on streaming platforms everywhere. It was released April 2nd, and it's so good, you guys. You simply must listen to it. So we are so excited to welcome Tucker.
Hi. Hey.
Welcome to Soup Troupe. We're so happy to have you here.
Thanks. I'm so thrilled to be on Soup Troupe. I've had so many friends that you guys have had on the show, including Olivia, and I'm truly honored with a capital H to be here.
Wow. Incredible. Well, Tucker, the first thing we like to ask all of our guests is, what is your favorite soup memory?
I have many soup memories that are favorites, but I will share as a general. It's not that specific of a memory, but we tend to do Shabbos in my house every Friday when the family is all in the same place. And not only now in quarantine with my family and boyfriend all under one roof, does my boyfriend make his own homemade challah every Friday, but my mother typically makes an incredible matzo ball soup. And I think we're all like, we Jews tend to say that like our mother makes the best matzo ball soup, but guys, it's real. Like it's real. My mother's matzo ball soup is the best matzo ball soup. And I not only have memories of her making it just for Shabbos every Friday and like creating that sense of community around soup that we have with our religion and each other as a family. But even when I was sick growing up, I remember like she was always making a soup, and it expands beyond that, but I'm sure we'll get into that in time.
I love that. That's wonderful.
Thanks, Dan.
Lee Casper also says that his mother makes the best matzo ball soup. That's like his
Lee Casper and I go way back, and we have had contentious conversations about this.
I believe it.
Truly,
I don't doubt that at all.
So we first of all have to congratulate you on all of the amazing work you've done on SNL. We need to know, what is that like, and what is it like to work on such an iconic show? And if this SNL studio were to serve soups to their guests, which host do you think would serve it, and what soup do you think they would serve?
You're saying if an SNL host were to serve soup to people, not SNL just as an entity serving soup, because SNL Studios I'm gonna unpack the cue. The first part of the question is LOL, my dad in the comments, obsessed. Let's rewind though. SNL is an amazing place to work. I've had the wonderful privilege of working there many times, and every time it's always a blast. What I particularly love about it is how high pressure it is. I find that not only does that bring the caliber of the people there that you get to work with, they're all really quick and really funny and very talented. But the live aspect of it is truly as crazy as it sounds, in the sense that like over the course of Thursday to Saturday, you'll get at least like, say you're doing a monologue, I'm singing in a monologue and we're in the audio booth off camera singing, backing up someone. And they'll give you, from Thursday to Saturday afternoon, the script will have changed 8 to 10 times in my experience. And then all of a sudden you're about to go live after the dress rehearsal into the booth, and someone comes over and says, hey, here are the new script. And you're like, how does it go? Like, what does it go? And they're like, figure it out. Just go for it. And like, just make sure the words all scan at the same time. So it's truly a think on your feet environment. And I think the other thing that's so wonderful about it is when I'm standing in the hallway, like waiting to go into the booth or anything, and you see, at least in my experience, like Vanessa Bayer or Kate McKinnon or any of the cast that has been there when I was there, just like standing in the wings, waiting to go on and hoping that the bits land. It really reminds me of French Woods, of like being off stage and hoping that your friends like do well in their sketch and, succeed in getting the laugh. So it's a wonderfully like theater kid nerd environment in that way too, which I love. But vis-a-vis the soup question, SNL Studios, when you're there for the whole workday, you actually are entitled to get like dinner in between dress and the show. So they feed you, or maybe it's before dress, it's a little murky, but you do get food, and they have fantastic soups at SNL. I'm telling you. I feel like the way I felt, and especially as a singer, when you're there, you want to be like lubricated and together and, feeling your fantasy in your throat. So we all opt for the soup. And I once had an incredible chicken noodle soup at SNL that blew my mind. It was so good. And you asked a specific question about what's a host.
Yeah. So, okay, you brought up an excellent question about the question. So we could do both. What soup do you think SNL as an entity would serve to the live audience? But then also, which host in particular would like demand that the soup be served?
That's a hard question, Danny F. If they were to serve it to an audience, I feel like a soup that everybody typically loves is a chicken noodle. So I feel like they would just do that. And then if you were like a vegetarian and you wanted to opt not to, you could just like, say no. But I feel like most of the audience would agree that would be a soup of choice. And a host that would demand there be soup, I feel like it would be one of those artists that like simultaneously is both the host and musical guest. So like Nick Jonas would like, and I know he just did the show, but that caliber of guest of just being like, we need soup here because I have to perform and I have to be funny. And I need soup to get through.
I love that.
That's perfect.
So as a singer and songwriter, you have done so many wonderful things with so many wonderful people. And we want to ask you, what inspires you to write music? And if you could write a soup song for one famous artist, who would be singing said soup song?
Oh my gosh. Dead or alive, or do they have to be like...
You can, anyone, ever.
Anyone. What inspires me to write? I write in a lot of different types of genres for a lot of different types of artists. But regardless of what environment or who it is that I'm writing for, I think the thing I really strive for is just to bring personal intimacy to what I'm creating so that it feels authentic, not just for me as a writer, but so that when people, they know, they sense it's coming from an authentic place, whether I'm the one singing or somebody else's. That's like the chief goal for me. And then who I write for, I'd be surprised if she hasn't done a soup medley of some kind already, but I would pay good money to watch a soup medley performance of a song I could write or a medley I could write for Barbra Streisand to sing about soup. I would love, you know.
Yes, incredible.
Wow, absolutely. I mean, that's Barbra Streisand is. I'm sure she has done a soup medley.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's been done.
Yeah, it must have.
But I would love to be the person to help facilitate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll tell her. We'll let her know.
We'll tell Barb.
Well, we're going to have the Dannys reach out to Barbara. It'll happen. It'll be great.
Yeah. Please, we got it. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
So we have to, on that same subject, we have to introduce today's game, which is Compose That Soup. Yeah.
I wish I had known I have my keys. I would have set up. I would have. Oh, guys.
We
can do it without the keys. We can do it without the keys.
Okay. So in Compose That Soup, we will give you a soup, and you have to tell us what kind of song, what genre that soup is, gonna be for you. And a bonus, if you'd like, who is singing that? Who is the brand ambassador for that soup?
Yes, I'm ready to play.
If you feel so enticed, you can even sing a little bit of said soup song.
Got it.
Do whatever you feel.
I'm ready to play.
All right.
And away we go. First, we have French onion soup.
I feel that the French onion soup by association would be some kind of like an American in Paris adjacent jazzy number that like has a lot of leg going on. There's a lot of fishnets. And I would love, specifically, I would love to hear Kurt Hummel from Glee, not Chris Colfer. Kurt Hummel.
Yeah.
I love it. Incredible.
All right, next we have butternut squash soup.
Oof. I feel like butternut squash soup is like a Charleston number.
Ooh.
Like real the boyfriend era moment.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this going on,
Yes.
And I feel like the performer for said number. Ooh, this is hard, guys. This is really hard. I feel like it would be someone like Audra McDonald.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Next we have is tomato soup.
I've thought about this one a lot. Never in my life. So bear with me here. I feel that the tomato soup number would be like a power ballad sung by Celine Dion.
Love. I'm so here for it. Yes, for that.
Yeah. This next one, of course, is chicken noodle soup.
It's hard for me to answer this in any other way than to say that when I hear a song associated with chicken noodle soup, I think of that song, the chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Remember that song?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I confess, don't remember the artist, but that's the song. Like, it would feel wrong to write another song.
Yes, of course. So last but not least, we have Italian wedding soup.
I should be honest enough to say that I don't know what that is. I know I'm a fraud, guys. I'm a fraud. I came on Soup Troupe and I don't know what Italian wedding soup is.
Okay.
But based on the name, I feel like we're going like Laura Benanti in Women on the Verge vibes. That's where we're at. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, Tucker, congratulations. You have just completed Compose That Soup.
Thanks, guys. I'm so happy to have played.
You did absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. You crushed it. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Well, now is that time of episode in which we must introduce our Q&A section. If you have questions for Tucker, leave them down in the comments below, and we will try to get to as many as we can. Andrew Keplow has many questions for you, Tucker. I don't know if you know him. But you've heard of him.
I'm so here for it, though. I wrote to him, I was like, yo, the best internet show to ever happen is about to happen. You have to tune in. And he was like, I'm on. We're doing it. So I'm thrilled he's participating.
We're going to put that quote on our press kit.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, feel free. Absolutely.
So we're just going to ask all of them in a row. So Andrew asked, what's for supper? Soup? Super. I don't know if that's a question, but I wanted to feature it.
Okay. By the way, love my dad's amazing emoticon associated with. It's like literally him as like a psychedelic dude.
I love that.
That's perfect.
Dad, thanks for tuning in. And what is for supper? If it were to be soup, I am a sucker for wonton soup.
Ooh.
Wonton soup is my favorite soup. And if I had to choose dinner, it would be a wonton soup.
Yeah. I'm reading through all of these to make sure there's like a... Oh, okay.
I'm not even sure all of them are questions.
Do you eat soup while standing on your feet at SNL? We have heard that answer.
I will say that while I am a yes and person, that has never happened before.
A nice like jog.
It's typically a sitting down venture.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Honestly, hour, we've got to be honest.
Well, if you're looking, this seems like as good of time as any to bring up. If you're looking for a soup on the go, perchance a broth and some fixins in a coffee, Roto Broth is located in all areas of Manhattan, and they have great soups that you can try. And we're not paid to say that.
We're not getting paid.
What?
Sorry.
I trust you guys that it's a good soup. So
It is a good soup. There are sponsors here at Soup Troop. We love Roto Broth.
Roto Broth, yes, queen.
Yes.
So we must know from Kendall Julia, who asked, which soup would be enjoyable to eat while carbonated?
Just like a
while carbonated or when carbonated?
Uncarbonated, but
meaning I just want to verify I understand the question.
Yes.
Meaning, if we were to carbonate a soup, what soup would we want to carbonate? Okay.
Correct. It's not while you are carbonated. It's while the soup.
I feel that perhaps, I don't know, like maybe like a chowder of some kind would be cool carbonated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something about that because it's like thicker, so having it be a little like a little bubblier could be interesting. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Kendall.
From another person that you definitely don't know, Alec Brown asked, what projects are you working on? Any soups?
Now, Alec, if you can scream from upstairs right now, let us know. Are you asking if I'm working on a soup or is it two separate questions? Like, what am I working on? What are the soups? But let's just interpret the questions as we will. What am I working on? Well, my first single just came out, so that's very exciting. I've been in the service of other people's music for a really, really long time. I won't say how old I am. You guys are so young. But I have been doing it for a long time, and it's been very liberating to put that out. So in that spirit, this is a Soup Troop exclusive. I am releasing a lot more music in the next few months. I'm actually going to be putting out like a song a month starting this month. So there's a lot more coming, and I hope you guys will continue to listen and follow the journey. And am I working on any soups? Not actively at the moment, but I feel like some kind of a soup that involves a lot of onions is in my future. I feel like I need some onion energy.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Tucker, have you announced that you're releasing other music elsewhere?
I feel like I may have teased it on Instagram Live the other night, but like I don't know if anyone was like paying attention. Whereas like here, the audience is captive.
I would like to say that this is the first time in which an official announcement has been on Soup Troop.
What a win for us, Danny. Big deal. And he said it was the best live stream on YouTube. Are you joking? Are you kidding?
It's finest.
It's true. It's true, guys. You guys bring so much wonderful energy, and the fact that you're both named Danny just tickles me in all the right places. I'm so thrilled.
The only reason we went into business with each other is because we were both named Danny.
The sole reason is because of your name.
That's rude.
Ignoring that completely, this next question comes from Maeve Reese, who says, it's Easter Sunday, and some guy named Jesus rose from the dead. If you were to rise from the dead, what soup would be the first soup you have?
Maeve, that was so good.
Yeah, Maeve, that was really good. Specifically, the quote is it. Like literally my sense of humor in a comment. It would be wonton soup. But if I couldn't handle it, if I just risen from the dead and couldn't do the solid portion of the wonton soup, I would opt for miso soup.
Okay.
Wow. Gorgeous.
Understood.
Incredible.
Well, we have time for one more question, and it comes, of course, from Lila Green, who said, did UNC have quality soup on campus?
Did UNC? I don't know what UNC means.
I figured you would. I don't either.
I don't know what that means. If that's a university, I went to the New School in Manhattan, but I can answer that. I imagined UNC was like a university of something, but the New School had amazing soup on campus. I remember once I tried, and I usually don't opt for this, but like a broccoli cheddar situation, and they had a wonderful broccoli cheddar.
Broccoli cheddar is my favorite soup.
It is for
Tucker.
me.
I'm not knocking it. It's just not my favorite soup by any means. Simply because of the way it makes my like throat feel. It feels very congested after I eat a lot of like dairy. So I don't opt for like cheesy soups very often.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, that is all the time we have left for our Q&A section.
Yeah.
Tucker, thank you so much for joining us today. You are an absolutely lovely guest to have and to interview. And again, we're so grateful to have yet another Frenchwoods alum here on the show. So thank you again. We are so excited to see everything that you create in the future. And obviously, we will plug it here on Soup Troupe. So thank you again for joining us. We had such a lovely time.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. And like, please stay in touch, everybody here. Like, say hi. In the spirit of being there for each other, I am there for you.
And on that note, everybody at home, join us in wishing Tucker a 1, 2,
3. We're
here for you.
Love you guys.
Thank you, Tucker.
Thank you, Tucker. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. That was Tucker. You simply must follow him on Instagram at @TheTuckergram. We are so excited for Knockout and all of the new music that was just announced right here live on I just said Instagram, YouTube. We are so excited. And with that being said, that was another lovely episode of Soup Troupe Online, big number 30. If you liked this, we hope you'll follow us on Instagram at Soup Troupe Official, like us on Facebook at Soup Troupe Online, and or subscribe and like to this channel and video down below.
Not only did Tucker say that we are the best live stream on YouTube, we are so excited to also be named Broadway World's favorite live stream. You can read more about Soup Troupe Online on BroadwayWorld.com, and the link is in the description below.
We would love to thank our partners at Brodo Broth Company. We are so excited for the growth of our collaboration. If you are looking for a nice broth in Manhattan or anywhere in the United States, you can get a frozen broth delivered to your door from Brodo Broth in Manhattan. With that being said, this has been another lovely episode of Soup Troupe Online. My name is Danny.
And I'm Danny, and this has been Soup Troupe Online. Everybody at home, join us in a 1, 2, 3. Have a super day. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Hey, Manny. S for sweet, sweet soup we eat at lunch all day, all week. O for please meet us after lunch in the canteen. Q for community to come together through any food. Please welcome members from every troop on every family right now. Yes, for the sweet, sweet soup we eat at lunch all day, all week. O for always meet us at the lunch in the canteen. Q for community to come together through any food. E for please come join us at the meeting at Soup Troupe.